Talking with your loved one about PTSD treatment can feel overwhelming, but being prepared can help the conversation go more smoothly. The first step is understanding what resources are available. You can begin by referring to our videos on PTSD symptoms and PTSD treatments. We recommend watching these videos before watching this one. It's also helpful to learn what support is available for you as a loved one of a veteran with PTSD. The VA's Coaching into Care program and their Community Reinforcement and Family Training for PTSD program, known as CRAFT, both have resources to support you in helping them get treatment. Once you know the symptoms and treatment options for PTSD, your next step is to talk to your veteran. It can be helpful to prepare and practice what you want to say and how you want to say it with someone else, so that you can get more confident and anticipate obstacles. Also, choose a time to talk to your veteran when you are both calm and have time to focus on the conversation. You may consider starting the conversation by first letting your loved one know how much you care about them and the concerns you have regarding their behavior. For instance, "I love you and am worried about how irritated you have been." And then asking if they would consider treatment. For instance, "Would you be open to considering treatment? If so, there are a few programs that may be helpful." And then offer whatever support you are able. For instance, "If it is helpful, I can go with you to your first appointment." Your veteran may not say yes immediately, because treatments for PTSD will mean exploring thoughts and feelings they may prefer to avoid. They may tell you that their experiences aren't bad enough for treatment. If so, you can consider responding with, "That's helpful to hear, as it may be easier to address these issues before they do become more serious." Your veteran may tell you that they don't have enough time because of other commitments. And from your research, you can tell them about treatment options available during the evening or weekend hours. A veteran may also believe that they are untreatable or that they should do this alone. In this case, share what you know about the recommended PTSD treatments and how they can be completed in a few months. If your veteran gets angry or defensive or says no when you talk to them, then we recommend saving the discussion for another time. They may be more open to considering treatment later, or you may need to bring it up several times over a few months. Once a veteran is in treatment, your support can make it more effective. Firstly, while many providers do not routinely include the family members in treatment, if your veteran would like it, they may request to have you involved. Participating will mean you have a better understanding and appreciation of what your veteran is going through. It will also help you to understand how best to support them, bring you closer together, and give you tools for better understanding PTSD. Being at treatment sessions will also enable you to share aspects of their behavior that the veteran may not be able to describe or recognize. It is important to understand, though, that while you can be involved, you may not be a regular part of treatment. So how can you support your veteran if they are engaged in trauma-focused treatments? If you're not familiar with prolonged exposure or cognitive processing therapy, please refer to our PTSD treatments video before proceeding to this section. If your veteran is engaged in prolonged exposure therapy, give them space and time to listen to the session recordings each day. Although the veteran may get upset after a session, or listening to recordings, or during or after an in vivo exposure, this is okay. It shows that they are allowing themselves to experience emotions they have previously avoided. With time, they will get more comfortable and express less anxiety. While you may be curious, it's best not to ask about the recordings because they will be working on them with their therapist, and most prefer loved ones not to listen to them. For in vivo exposures, we recommend talking to your veteran about how you can best support them to complete their exposures. You might encourage them to complete the exposures on their list each week, and/or accompany them on the exposure if requested. Please note these supportive behaviors are different from behaviors that reinforce avoidance, and we recommend that you refrain from the following: taking over activities for your veteran, missing out on activities that might upset them, or adapting activities like going to a restaurant by only sitting at certain tables or only going at a certain time. If your veteran is engaged in cognitive processing therapy, you can help them by providing support and space for them to complete their worksheets each day. Also, by talking with them about the themes they might recognize and helping them to engage in activities they avoided before processing these themes. Sometimes your veteran won't want to talk about the treatment, and you must respect their answer, even if it is no. You are supporting them already by letting them know you are there for them. Sometimes it's hard for those with PTSD to recognize their success. You can help them by letting them know if you've noticed progress with their sleep, relationships, depressive symptoms, or other areas. Remember, although you can provide support for your veteran, you cannot control whether they go to treatment or the outcome of treatment. It is important that whatever they choose to do while you are supporting them, you also live your life and take care of yourself.